What's up, guys? It's Jeff, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of the holsters that I have. They're going to be two of some of the most popular, if not the most popular, appendix holsters. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the Tier 1 Axis Elite. And then we have the Trex Arms Sidecar 2.0. So basically, I'm just going to give my overall first impression. Hopefully you know that holsters, while there are some objective parts to it, a lot of it is going to be subjective. So a holster that fits my body, my carry position, what feels best to me, how high or low the holster is going to sit isn't necessarily going to be that way for everybody. I'm definitely not the skinniest dude on the planet. So the way that I wear my holster is probably going to differ a little bit than, other people. So I just want to give my opinion. So this is completely subjective. Now I will give you, what I think between the two as of right now. And I will say that, I've had holsters from 4 or 5 different companies at this point. And I will say that Tier 1, the Axis Elite, is by far one of my favorite holsters, and I just recently got the Trex Arms, and I think it's growing on me. I think this might become my favorite holster. I'm not sure yet though. And if you guys have any comments or any experience, leave a comment down below, leave a like, and I want to hear your feedback too, because like I said, this is completely subjective. There is not one size fits all holster. You're gonna have to play around with it. We'll start with the Tier 1. So for this one, I'm running this with my Stealth Arms Platypus. They don't make a holster for that. So this is going to be their fit and their mold for the Prodigy. So I'll give you a quick look. And if you can see, if you notice right here, I did have to make an adjustment because the Prodigy and the Platypus, they don't have the same profile. So I had to do quite a bit of work finagling this holster to fit the Platypus. Now, in the end, I was able to do it, but unless you're really wanting to tinker with a holster, play with it, try a few different things, take it apart, put it back together. And if you have a Platypus, I would probably recommend the Staccato mold. I was really curious between the two, Prodigy, Staccato, Platypus, see which holster might fit better. And I can tell you from my experience, the Staccato holster fits better for the Platypus. But getting into this holster, so I really like how thin it is. So I have some other holsters from different companies, and they're definitely not as thin as the Tier 1. I really like that. For me, again, I'm not a thin boy. I'm a little bit on the thicker side, so I like the thinness of the holster. Because it kind of, balances out, I guess you could say. On the middle, you're going to have the bungee cord. So that is going to help, as your belt is in here, as the wing is pushing on your belt, it's really going to be driving the holster back into your body, which again helps with concealment. So this, I've worn it. I've had no issues with concealment. I've had no issues with quality. It seems fairly durable. I have had to, like I said, I've had to tinker with this quite a bit. So even through all of that, it's stood up really well. I've had no issues with it so far. I've put Loctite on it to keep the screws locked in place now. So that has been really well. I do like the clips. So these are plastic clips, but Tier 1 does have their proprietary adjust system. I forgot what they call it, but here all you do is loosen the screws a little bit, and then you can adjust both the wing and the belt clips up and down. So for me, the way it came out of the box fits really well. I have not had to adjust the ride height yet, and I probably don't think I will. I mean, like I said, this fits really well out of the box. The one thing that I will end up adjusting is this right here. So for the wing, if you can tell, just block my face out. It's an adjustable system, which I think that's also proprietary to Tier 1. So you can actually take off different portions of the wing and make it more comfortable for you, make it fit better. So that's probably the only thing that I will end up adjusting on here. Like I said, the ride height is good, and everything else is really well built. I would say before I got the Trex Arms, this was probably my number one favorite holster. And you know, I don't know how things are gonna play out with the Trex once I start using that more often for carry. But yeah, that was the Tier 1. I'll give you one last look at it. And then this colorway, I think other companies have it, but I haven't found too many that have it. I really like the plaid. I think I have the red plaid, and then I have the green plaid that they offer. So I like them both, and I like their color options. Not as many color options as some companies, but also not as limited as, let's say, the Trex Arms holsters. But speaking of, let's get over to this one. So this is the Trex Arms Sidecar 2.0 holster. So the Tier 1 is for my platypus, and this will end up being for my 320. So right out of the box, I really like the feel of the Trex Arms. Kind of comparing the two, it doesn't seem that much thicker width-wise, but I will say that the Kydex feels a little bit more sturdy, which I like. So I like that. Again, you know, if you're going for lighter weight, Tier 1 Tier 1 is going to be lighter weight, hands down. I can immediately feel a difference. So Trex Arms, I believe the color is Wolverine. So I really like this. I like the color. It fits and it holds the retention for my 320 extremely well right out of the box. The mag carrier fits perfectly right out of the box. The screws on here, ride height so far is pretty good. I think I'm actually going to end up bringing these up. So bringing the clips up is going to sit the holster lower as you're using it. And then something else that I saw in, I believe it was Reno May's video, when he was kind of going over his experience with the Sidecar, is that I believe he mentioned that people flip the wing to the back. I've never done that, but I think I'm going to give it a try just to see how it goes. I really like the flexibility of this. So as you can see, there's a hinge point. There's one rod that, you know, sits right in there. All you have to do is pop it out, and then you can switch out the attachments. That's one cool thing about the Trex Arms Sidecar 2.0, is that you get one holster, and then you can use this to carry at appendix, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you know, 9 o'clock, whatever, and it's gonna work because they provide an additional clip that will just go onto this section. So then you'll have a 2-clip holster without the magazine extension. That would be for, you know, your side carry, strong side carry. If you want to do appendix carry, you have the mag carrier on there, and then I believe they have a tourniquet attachment. They have an AR magazine attachment. I think they have a couple more. They have a ton of options as far as attachments go for this side. So that would be, you know, something that if you're going out and you kind of want to do it all holster, you know, where you can draw from your strong side, or you can switch to appendix, or if you're, I don't know, if you're going to be running your pistol but then you want an additional AR mag, you can do that. So the adaptability and the system, I guess you can call it, for the Trex Arms is going to definitely be better than the Tier 1 as far as options go. The clips seem they seem just about the same quality, if I'm being completely honest. The screws, I would say, seem a little bit more durable on the Trex Arms. It has a metal wing as opposed to the plastic claw. You know, I've never had any issues with any plastic on my holsters, but, you know, trying to give a decent comparison on the differences. As far as, you know, the fitment, the Trex Arms is going to be a little bit more rigid just because it doesn't have the bungee, but it's still good. It's still going to be able to form to your body. I noticed that for me personally, it doesn't get pushed in as much to my body, so I'm kind of making a manual adjustment as I put it on to how this is going to be positioned. So is it going to be more flat? Is it going to be, you know, a little bit more like this? Is it going to be more spread out? So I find myself adjusting it a little bit more than the Tier 1, because the Tier 1 has the bungee cord. So literally as you're putting it on, it's kind of just adjusting automatically. So that's a big difference that I realized. And overall, I think, you know, I've seen a few other people kind of give this conclusion, and I think that I would be the same. If you're wanting to carry appendix, first off, it's gonna be uncomfortable regardless of who you are, almost always. You know, you're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna have to take some time, figure out how best to sit down, how best to adjust it. If you're carrying appendix while you're driving, just give it some time. You know, when I first started carrying appendix, it wasn't comfortable, and it's still not as comfortable as it probably would be if I was a little bit thinner, or, you know, if I you know, just maybe carried it a little bit differently at a little bit different angle. I like to have it right in the front, and that's just me. Your mileage may vary. So with that in mind, I noticed that for me personally, comfort goes to Tier 1. It's a lot more comfortable, and I think a big portion of it has to do with it being a little bit lighter weight and the bungee system. It's killer. It's great, and you don't have to do any manual adjustment. But I personally think that the Trex Arms conceals a little bit better. So, and I think that that's probably going to have to do maybe with the design. I really don't have an answer. Could be the metal wing. To be completely honest, I don't even know exactly what it is, but when I'm carrying it, when I'm using it, I feel like the Trex Arms is concealing better, but I feel like the Tier 1 Axis Elite is a little bit more comfortable. And again, that's my opinion. You know, your experience is possibly going to be different. It might be the same. I don't know, but I'm hoping that with this review, this kind of brief breakdown, not going too in-depth with it, but in-depth enough to where you can get a good idea, that you can make an informed decision. And hopefully, you know, if you're really between the two, maybe I can save you some money. You know, maybe you don't have to go out and purchase these like I did. I mean, I probably don't have to say it, but just for full disclosure, I purchased both of these with my own money. Don't have any affiliation with Trex Arms, don't have any affiliation with Tier 1 Concealed, obviously. I mean, I think that that's pretty apparent, but hey, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm transparent, put that out there. But I spent my own money. I have 2 Tier 1 Axis Elites. Like I said, one is for the Prodigy mold, one is for the Staccato mold. The Staccato mold has a light attachment, so I have one for if I want to run a light and one if I don't want to run a light. I like them a lot. If I ever were to get a new firearm in the future, I might get one. I'm not jumping, I guess, to get another one, but I really like them. It's probably my favorite. You know, if I decided to carry another firearm in the future, I might go to Tier 1. I don't know yet, but who knows what the future holds. But with the Trex Arms, when I got it out of the box, I really liked it. I like more durable. I like a heavier feel. I like a little bit more durable. That's why for me, I don't have a problem carrying a double stack 1911 or 2011 style firearm that's a commander length, so you know, basically a full size firearm, as opposed to like a P365 or a Glock 19. I have carried a Glock 19. I don't have an issue carrying a Glock 19, but I like, just personally, a little bit sturdier, a little bit bigger feel, and I feel like I get that with the Trex Arms. So if I were to choose between the two, if I had to choose one, man, this is tough. I think I would probably go Tier 1 Axis Elite, only by a thin margin, and really, for me, I think it comes down to, you know, the options available. You're going to be able to, they make molds for way more firearms. So, like I said, in the future, if I did have a different firearm that I was going to carry, more than likely they'll have the option. Trex Arms, I don't think they have quite as big a variety as Tier 1 as far as the firearm makes that they offer goes. But man, let me tell you, it's a tough one for me. And you know what? If I'm being fully transparent, the more I carry this, I have a feeling the more I'm gonna like it. So I might even make like a 6-month follow-up video, just to kind of let you know where I'm at. How did I like the Trex compared to the Tier 1? Did I say Trex? How did I like the Trex Sidecar 2.0 as opposed to the Axis Elite? Did it stand up to the hype? Did it stand up to what I was expecting? And how did I like it as opposed to the Tier 1? Tier 1 is a great holster. Man, I'd give this 9 out of 10 in my opinion. And Trex Arms, I'd probably give it like an 8.9 out of 10. That's literally how close it is for me. But enough with the rambling. If you guys stayed till the end of the video, I appreciate it. Let me know if you have another sidecar style holster, you know, that you're wanting me to try out. Let me know. Drop a comment. I would appreciate if you would like the video. That helps me reach more new people as far as the content goes. And yeah, so this round, I would say tier 1 is the winner and edges out the Trex Arms, but only slightly. So that's it. That's it for this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one.